time to call your lawyer.
Make a phone call to our friend and attorney for the injured, Bruce L. Scheiner. Find out if he's got a good answer. He always has good answers to somebody's question, perhaps your question if you've submitted one. We'll find out in just a quick second. And I'll tell you how to submit a question in a moment as well, in case you got something on your mind. You know, in the meantime, I need to caution you that what you're about to hear is just general legal conversation. It's not meant to be specific information in your specific circumstances. For that, you've got to sit down face-to-face with a legal professional. There's just no way around that. But some good general legal advice we can pass along. Don't sign anything. Don't let anyone record any conversations, and don't make any statements until you do speak face-to-face with a legal professional and they give you the green light to do so. With all of that in mind, let's see what Bruce thinks about today's legal brain teaser. Would you please help me make welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Todd. How's the rain affecting you?
Oh, off and on. It's like a faucet, and I can't get nearly as much as I'd like to get done out of doors. But hey, that's the time of the year that it is, and now we're officially in the hurricane season, so we're watching that situation. It's, for us old Florida timers, us old timers, it's pretty much just old hat. I'm assuming because you've been around Florida for a long time, right?
I've been in Florida over 50 years.
Okay, so you've seen plenty seasons come, plenty seasons go, and this is just the way it works, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we've got another case to bring to your attention, or a possible case anyway, an email that describes somebody's difficulties, and we're hoping that you'll give us your best thinking on the subject.
I'm happy to help.
Awesome. Here we go. It says the following. I was driving over the bridge, and I don't know which bridge it is, but it says I was driving over the bridge, and I got rear-ended by a driver who left the scene of the accident. As a result of the accident, I've had to have shoulder surgery and have been out of work for several weeks. I'm concerned about not only getting my significant medical bill paid, but also recovering my lost income. In addition, this has been an extremely painful experience, and I was wondering if I can get compensation for my pain and suffering. And as we kind of bandied this about the studio this morning, we realized that that's probably a yes to most of the things that this person is seeking, but we haven't the slightest idea how to get from point A to point B. That's where you come in. What do you think, Bruce?
It happens to be our old friend, uninsured motorist coverage.
Okay.
When a vehicle leaves the accident, they're legally described as a phantom vehicle because they're phantom because nobody knows who it is. And under the uninsured motorist portion of your policy, under definitions, it specifically covers phantom vehicles. Okay. So hopefully this poor person had substantial uninsured motorist coverage, and that would go a long way to help her.
Okay.
And in fact, hopefully she lived in a household that had multiple vehicles that had stacking uninsured motorist coverage.
Yes.
She would have a substantial amount of insurance claimed against. One or two other factors under her own car insurance, there's always PIP, or personal injury protection, that pays $10,000 of her bills at 80% up to $10,000. And then hopefully she has health insurance. So at least if she didn't have uninsured motorists and they couldn't find the driver, at least she'd get her medical bills paid.
Okay.
But if she did have uninsured motorists, then she could get restitution for her pain and suffering and inconvenience. And it mentions here she lost wages. All of those things would be covered by her uninsured motorist coverage.
Okay. Several different avenues that she could pursue here depending on what kind of coverage she is affiliated with. Let me just put it that way. And the thing that jumps out at me here is that stacking coverage that we always talk about. And here we've talked about it so many times, none of us in the studio picked up on that. You really got to pay attention to that detail when you're talking about uninsured motorist coverage, don't you?
Yes, sir. Uninsured motorist coverage. I could talk to them blue in the face, but it's the most important coverage anybody could obtain.
And get the stacking form of coverage.
Exactly.
All right, because in a situation like this, it could make a very large difference in recovering for the lost wages and the pain and suffering and so forth. Is that correct?
It is certainly correct.
Okay. Bruce, let's hope that there's light at the end of this tunnel. As always, you've given hope, where just a few minutes ago it was fairly hopeless according to our thinking, so we appreciate that very much and look forward to talking to you again next week.
I'm looking forward to it too, Todd.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up again for Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured, and his time and valuable opinion. Now, if you would like to submit a question for future consideration, all you have to do is go to our website, kickscountry929.com, and then look for BLS Bruce L. Scheiner. If you would like to get some immediate help, and I can only imagine if you're facing some kind of legal challenge like we just heard, you probably want something kind of quickly, not waiting to see if it shows up on the radio. Well, call the offices of Bruce L. Scheiner and Associates in Port Charlotte. Their number's 941-743-7777. In Port Charlotte, it's 743-7777. One more time, 743-7777. Tell them Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.